Good morning, students. We are going to continue the concepts related to electric potential energy. Now I am going to take the electric potential energy of a dipole in uniform electric field. Previously we have studied when a dipole is placed in the uniform electric field, it is going to experience a torque. From the torque, we can calculate the potential energy. Now you have to explain about the diagram as usual. AB is a dipole placed in the uniform electric field of strength E. At that time the negative charge AB is this one, minus Q is here and plus Q is there. Negative charge is going to experience a force in this direction. The positive charge is going to experience a force in the other direction. These two equal and opposite charges make this dipole to rotate. Therefore, the torque we have studied already in the previous this one. Torque experienced by it is equal to PE sin theta. This is we have studied where theta is the angle between the electric field. Theta is the angle between the electric field and the orientation of the dipole in that electric field. Now I want what is the work done in rotating the dipole by through an angle small d theta. Work done in rotating through an angle small d theta. Therefore this is W I am taking. It is equal to, we have studied in the 11th class, torque multiply with the rotation of that one. Torque is already previously we have taken, it is PE sin theta. Now this d theta is there. This is small work done. Therefore total work done is equal to, I want W is equal to integral of dW. It is in between, suppose two angles, if I take theta 1 to theta 2. Therefore theta 1, theta 2, if I take dW is equal to PE sin theta d theta. Therefore PE I will take outside, then it will be integral of just sin theta d theta. Sin theta integration is cos theta. Therefore PE cos theta between the limits theta 1, theta 2. We have to substitute the upper limit first, then afterwards lower limit. Therefore it will be cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. This is the work done or the energy possessed by the dipole when it is rotated through an angle theta 2 to theta 1. What is this theta 2? Theta 1 here. The starting angle theta 2 and ending angle. Now when you carefully observe, suppose theta 2 is 90 degrees. Initially it is there like this. Theta 1, initial angle is theta 1. And afterwards it is rotated through an angle theta 2. So theta 1 generally it will be 90 degrees. Here theta 1 is 90 degrees. Theta 2 may be any theta at an angle theta. At that time if I take, that one will be energy possessed by the dipole will be PE. Theta 1 cos 90 becomes 0 and this one will be there with negative sign. Why the negative sign is coming over here? We know already here sin theta integration is cos theta, minus is coming. Therefore this is the way we are going to take. Okay. In continuation of the topic, now we have to take some important points. Please listen to me carefully. Just I am concluding all the points which we have discussed so far. When a conducting material is introduced in an electric field, what are the things we are going to get? So some points wise I am just giving. Inside the conductor, both the charges of electric fields are 0. That means there is no electric field inside the conductor. Already we have studied. That is the first point. Then second point is charges resides only on the surface of the conductor. Already this point is discussed. The Faraday's butterfly net experiment, we can know it. And the third point is electric field is perpendicular to the surface of the conductor. In the equipotential surfaces we got this form concept. electric field is perpendicular to the surfaces of the conductor. And the fourth point is the entire body is at constant potential. Every body, that is equipotential surfaces, the potential it will be same on every point of the surface, that is equipotential surface definition. Then the fifth point is on the equipotential surfaces the work done in moving any charge from one place to other place is zero. Work done is zero on equipotential surfaces. Then the next one is the important concept I am going to introduce now, that is electrostatic shielding. What is this electrostatic shielding? Just now we have used the point the charges resides only on the surface of a conductor. Let us take a hollow conductor. If you are giving a charge, the charge resides only on the surface. If this electric field cannot go inside, therefore inside this conductor the no electric field will be there. This point electrostatic shielding, and just giving the concept, whenever the charge and the field configuration outside any cavity, time being I am using the word cavity, of a conductor, it remains shielded from outside electric influence, that field inside the cavity is always zero. It is called electrostatic shielding. This electric field inside zero is concept we are using in many cases. Let us take a vehicle, any vehicle, most of the nowadays cars. These cars outside portion is electrostatic shielded. Therefore the people who are sitting inside the car will not be affected from any electrical discharge during the raining time, that is lightning. Lightning will not reach the people who are sitting inside the car because all the cars are electrostatically shielded. So this point is, you can give the explanation even when you take any vehicles when they are going on the roads during the time, especially closed vehicles like cars, bus, all these things are electrostatically shielded. Similarly, we can have some more concepts related to these things, that is, you take the vehicles, especially aeroplane tires. Aeroplane tires are slightly they will have the conducting nature. Why? Suppose when the aeroplane is landing, during the landing time, the friction arises between the tires and the surface of the runway. Due to that friction, electrical charges may develop. These electrical charges may cause problem to the aeroplane. To avoid such type of electrical disasters, these tires are slightly conducting tires. Therefore, whatever the charge that is developed due to friction, that one immediately neutralized by passing into the earth. Earth is a very good conductor. Earth takes every charge. Therefore, the charge that is developed at the time of landing of the aeroplane, that complete charge will go into the earth. In this way, the aeroplane can be shielded from these electrical disasters. Similarly, we can give one more example also, that is, the vehicles are shielded, all cars are shielded like this way. Now, these electrical discharges also we have to give a little bit explanation during the rainy season, why the lightning occurs. After the lightning, you are going to hear the sound. A little explanation is required. We know very well that there are some cosmic rays are coming from sun as well as stars, from infinitely located objects. These cosmic rays are having high penetrating power. When they are passing through the objects like the clouds, at the time, suppose the droplets of water already form in the clouds, they are releasing some charges. Suppose there is a positive charge that is developed on the water droplets of this cloud. and there might be, suppose, more negative charges are located on this cloud. I am just giving a number for understanding purpose. Suppose there are 100 electrons are here. There are positive charges, only 50 are here. These two clouds are coming close to each other. At that time, what happens? All these electrons at a time, because positive charge means, already we have studied, lack of electrons means empty place. These things requires a place to sit. So what this happens, all the 100 electrons at a time jump from here onto this. This jumping, or you can say the electrical discharge, you can see as the lightning. But all these 100 electrons will not get place here because there are only 50 are here. So 50 will occupy. What about the remaining 50 electrons? They do not have space. Already they jumped from here to here. They start moving towards the earth. At that time, the complete atmosphere, due to the rain, it is in conducting nature. Therefore, the remaining electrons will start moving towards the earth. That is only we are going to call as the lightning. At that time, suppose this is the earth, little mountain ranges and other things, they are little bit above from the surface of the earth. First, these things will reach towards the earth quickly. So as they reach, this lightning discharge, some millions of electrons, they will be moving towards the earth and reach the earth to get neutralized. This is we are going to call as the lightning that is reaching the earth. That is why buildings, almost all the buildings top, they are keeping a thunderbolt, nothing but a copper rod, which receives this lightning first, and that immediately sends that electrical energy to the earth immediately. In this way, the buildings are protected. High, long altitude, or I can say the buildings, tall buildings are all having this type of lightning conductor, nothing but thunderbolt. So in this way, you have to give the explanation to our examples.